My name's Dr. Oliva. Myself and my husband are the owners of your CBD store of Ocala. This is Kayla. Kayla is like just the wizard. She's just one of my very best friends. She's helped us all along the way. She's our manager, soon to be regional manager as we expand. So a couple things about us. Like obviously it's what's the hype? Like what is this thing with CBD and why do you hear about it everywhere? Why does everybody have it? They're selling it out of the back of their trailer or their trunk over here, or their cousin's got some in the shed. You know, and that really is kind of what it is, because it's not regulated and you can really get it anywhere you want. You can go online right now and be like your own company. So what sets us apart? Why are we different? And what are the things as consumers you need to know? We are the only dedicated CBD store in Central Florida. The only one. And we are committed to giving you the very best CBD products, unsurpassed quality, and it's the entire experience. We know a lot about it. This dude right here, this is my very handsome husband who came home one day. He's a firefighter and he's on shift today. He came home and he said, what do you think if we we had this whole idea about opening this store? And I said, okay. Now, I'm a medical provider. I practiced in many different capacities. I'm sure I'm gonna break this. I've done primary care, functional medicine, psychiatry, substance abuse, addiction. I'm the regional director of medical services, the Phoenix House of Florida. So, which soon not to be actually, because I'm going to be resigning and doing this for a little while. So when he came to me and said that, it's not like I hadn't heard about CBD. I mean, I don't know where you live if you haven't heard about it, or at least, you know. But I really just didn't know enough to make really even a recommendation to my patients. But he was just tired of going into people's homes and just seeing how sick they were. And we're all about fixing the root cause. I always have been. I hate prescriptions unless, I mean, it's great. I can prescribe, wonderful. But that doesn't always mean that I have to. And I'm really, really, really far more interested in figuring out what the problem is, because it's the cascade of events, you know, that happen because of the things that we prescribe, and this becomes the issue. So I agreed with his idea, so then it became about research, and he's far more diligent than I. I'm gonna do my best. 6 minutes? Okay. Okay, what is CBD? There's a couple things that you just have to know, and before I go through all this, this is what I tell people typically. We have an endocannabinoid system. We all do. It mimics the skeletal system or the nervous system. We discovered it in 1992. We are just teaching it in med school this year. So it's very, very, very unknown. But there really is a science, and a really brilliant science behind why we're using this. You just have to use it right. The right dose, the right product for the right problem. You can't just go to the Jiffy store and buy, you know, an oil and just start I don't even know. Like I hear all kinds of things. But that's not the way this works, because depending on what's wrong with you, tells me a lot about the delivery system and the dosage. That's very important. So we basically tell the body to start producing endocannabinoids. We already produce them, but we don't produce enough. So basically it's like a kickstart to producing that. And we have these receptor sites throughout the entire body. And depending on where your issue is, there's not a targeted effect. We have topical, which will deal with some of your acute issues. This is what I hear all the time. They come in for their shoulder, they've had, you know, shoulder problems for years, and they'll come back in a couple weeks and they say to me, you know, I'm sleeping through the night. I'm not anxious. My skin looks good. Like, I hear all these, and that's what I love. So you come in for one issue, but that's not all that it addresses. It addresses everything, because we are able to, our product is so good, and it really is, and I'm not a salesman. I'm the worst salesman, actually. I would be the worst one, because I'm so honest. I'd be like, no, it sucks, don't. I really would. But I took this myself, and I saw a difference in how I felt, and then my patients who come back. And I have some really great stories to tell you, because it is some really humbling, amazing. I don't have to sell it. I just stand there and go, just do it. That's it. Really proud of the product. My husband did this. That's all this research and finding this. These are some of his friends that founded this company. We are not a pyramid scheme. That's not really the way this works at all. I wouldn't even know how to get involved with that. We are an affiliate. We are part of the company. We have 196 stores nationally. Okay, so the potential really truly is limitless. I could sit here for 1 hour and talk about the potential. And that's all it really is. Obviously, there's not a whole lot of money in it. Well, there is now, but because it's legal now. But there wasn't before, and it was natural, so why study it? So I don't have any triple-blind, peer-reviewed research studies to tell you what's going to happen with this product. I don't have it. Okay, we're moving. 1 minute. So these are the things you need to know, because I know the question's going to come up, how can you best help us? You're not going to find a product of our quality in this area. You could order it. And I can tell you how to find it. We're not like the end-all for CBD. That's not even what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that people come in all the time with their bottles. And I tell them exactly what they're taking. And a lot of times they're not taking what it says on the bottle, if it even says anything on the bottle. So a couple things we look for. How it's made. We put 3 times what our competitor does in terms of the extraction process and what we use, the solvents that we use. When we remove the CBD, when we're extracting the CBD, we lose all the good stuff. We actually put that stuff back in at the end. That's really, really important because you're going to get a very diluted product. Growing it. We grow it out of Colorado. We have an FDA-approved agricultural, farm there, and we get it here, and we have our own facility in Tampa. So we look for something called the whole plant, full spectrum. Isolates are not the way to go. They can. I can tell you about all the bell curve. I can tell you about the science around that. But you really want to hit as much as possible. Isolate is just that. So if you see 100% pure CBD oil, that's not what you're looking for, especially in an isolate. That's not it at all. So full and broad spectrum. So we have full spectrum, which got 0.3% THC. Broad spectrum, which is just no THC, but it still hits multiple receptor sites. Third-party lab results. We are so transparent, beyond transparent. You can literally take your bottle, scan the QR code, and it'll tell the exact batch it was in and what's in that bottle. That is awesome. Nobody does that. And if they tell you, that's the only question you really need to ask. What are your lab results? I'll email them to you. They do one of these things. If they don't have lab results, walk away. That's a big, big, big sign. And then how much does the label tell you? And this is what we do different. Our bottle itself can tell you exactly what the product is. So what's most important to us? These are the things that are most important to us. How we run this business, being in this community. I love my patients. I grew up here. I was born here. I have definitely an affinity to it. And to be able to bring this product to you, it's an honor. Truly. It really is. If you don't believe me, just ask these people. Okay, and I'm pretty much done. I know you're going to ask some questions. I'm telling you 6 minutes is just... But I think you kind of got a gist.